Do you ever get so emotional that it feels like you're carrying the weight of the world on your chest? You must feel so alone in the way that you feel emotionally, but you're not. In today's video, you'll possibly even match the way I'll describe my feelings of emotions, anxiety, and mental health. And today, I'll be sharing with you guys my 4 tips to enter into the creative being. But before we start, go into the comment section below and tell me a little bit about what you go through mentally or physically when you get emotional and what your outlets are. Today's topic is on creative outlets. Where art is bigger than a medium, it becomes the secret formula for better health. No matter if your outlet is making music, painting, writing, dancing, or any other creative medium you choose, they all heal. You don't need talent to begin. Talent is just a myth. The idea of talent holds us back. All you need is the willingness to start and commitment to keep pushing. During your own journey, talent becomes relative. Your talent becomes the way you use the universal skills in your own medium to define who you are. You can write in poetic ways about how you feel, or write a story where the protagonist goes through exaggerated problems you go through. You can create music without having a lick of music theory or search up chords and tabs of your favorite songs to jam out to. Maybe you want to express yourself through dance and symbolize a single movement for an emotion or feeling you have to tell a story. For me, it's painting. Painting my emotions in every brushstroke, releasing my mental anguish through colors and subjects, and somehow speak to myself throughout the process without having said a word. I recently have taken painting seriously within the past 6 months during my mental health journey. The middle of March would mark 6 months. I haven't done a lot of paintings during that time of finding myself. My first few paintings were expressive. I didn't fully understand my medium, and I still don't. I just knew what I wanted to do. I've had plenty of misses with my paintings, but when and if I have a hit, then I really hit the bullseye. Funny enough, those hits are moments in my journey that are produced after I found a bit of myself or my place on this earth. It was only until I stood a few steps away from what I had painted that I discovered I've changed in some way. I used to believe the emotions I wasn't fond of had to be suppressed, hidden, or bottled up. It took a long time for me to understand that suppressing my feelings only made them louder. That it wasn't me trying to hide my feelings, but that I was trying to hide from my feelings. That the bottled up feelings I would put onto a shelf would explode onto the ground when my world was shaken. I wasn't proud of them. I disliked the way I saw myself, overcompensated in areas that I lacked in, and followed stoicism in a way that the feelings I had were okay to acknowledge and walk away from. I was wrong. The feelings always follow, and during my journey, instead of shooing them away, I do my best to hold their hand and become their friend. It was only when I chose to challenge myself, ask for help, and do my best to actually learn myself when I would finally start to have peace again. I credit a lot of success to the people I had around me along my journey. But a big part of personal journey is crediting yourself overall. It's not like you could just hand yourself over to a therapist and they could do all the work for you. That would be too easy. I credit myself for challenging myself to paint more seriously during my journey, and during that process, I found myself through my aspiring dream to paint like an impressionist. I was just thinking if impressionism could be brought back because it was a time period in painting. But I believe in myself to be an impressionist like Monet, and so I am one now, regardless of time and space. After having said all of that, here are 4 of my practical tips to put yourself into the creative being inside of you. 1. Be consistent. I work a 9-to-5 job, and it's grueling to come home and have the same limited amount of time for yourself before bed 5 days of the week. This might be my toxic trait, but I just don't have it in me to relax. At this moment in life, I want to make a lot of it last. So I do my best to be with my significant other and family. The only time I ever have for painting is at around 9 to 11 p.m. I go to bed at around 12:30 to 1. I only have so much time, but I do my best to at least put myself into the creative being each night. I might have an objective to paint something, but my nightly objective is to visit my creative self and have fun. You'll find that wiggling into the creative being gets a whole lot easier if you be consistent. 2. Laugh and play. Speaking of fun, you need to laugh and play. This is really a 2-in-1. Laugh and play as if you were a child. Play with the knowledge you have now and experiment with what works and what doesn't. Even if you were taught that something won't work, try it. You'll never know if the outcome of something in your creative outlet might just spark something inside of you. Heck, the creeper from Minecraft was a mistake. If you find out that it really did nothing, then just laugh. Laugh, acknowledge, and move on. Even if you're doing your best to be self-taught, you can't be hard on yourself. It's not like you would have known any better without a teacher. Or you could become the teacher with tip 3. Journal/vlogging. Write or record yourself being creative in your outlet. Read what you wrote or watch what you've done. It's honestly so odd to watch yourself back doing things or even read a poem you wrote. You might even say to yourself, that isn't what I expected to be/look like. You're learning from yourself at that point. You get to see yourself be the teacher and you learning as the student. Or even, you're the teacher and you're having to critique the student. No matter what you're learning and having constant thought, it's important to see yourself in your own creativity. 4. Be inspired. Your whole self is comprised of your own point of view. No one could ever take that away. You are your environment that you're in. Why not put yourself in the environments that you want to be in? Of course, this tip has limitations, but do your best to be there mentally. I do my best to go to the museum every weekend. I stand in front of paintings from artists that I look up to for hours. I follow guided tours to learn more and more about these artists that I love so much. I inspire myself to paint something that they had painted and is now hung at a museum for everyone to see. And, most importantly for me, I want others to be inspired by me and my POV. Remember that your journey through creative outlets is uniquely yours. It's not about conforming to external standards or talent or perfection. It's about embracing the process and allowing yourself to evolve along the way. As I've discovered in my own journey, it's okay to have misses and struggles. These are the moments that ultimately shape us and lead us to breakthroughs. It's about showing up consistently, laughing, playing, and being open to the unexpected. Through journaling or vlogging, we can both become the teacher and the student, learning from our own creative endeavors and constantly evolving our craft. And let's not forget about the importance of seeking inspiration, immersing ourselves in environments that fuel our creativity. You don't need permission or validation from anyone else. Trust in your own voice, your own perspective, and your own ability to create something meaningful. Your creativity is a powerful force that can bring healing, connection, and joy. Embrace it fully and let it guide you. My name is Steven Ia, and remember, every decision is a creative decision.